So we're here today with,
Ben Nation.
Bill and Wolfe.
I'm going to talk to them a little bit. So where and what year did you go to high school?
I went to high school in Clay City, and I graduated in 2013.
Salem. I graduated in 12.
Did you guys play any sports and which one?
I did dang near everything. Football, basketball, baseball, track. Is there anything else? I don't think so. I did them all. I
Water
like
polo?
sports. But I played sports, but I chased women. That was my actual sport. I played sports to get women.
How about you, Dylan?
I played baseball and basketball. That was all Clay City had.
What made you guys get into the music industry?
Actually, if you want to know the truth, I got in the music industry because I hated my job.
Well, thanks, you guys just had a big time song come out. What's the reaction towards that?
It's pretty unreal. You know, it's pretty crazy to think that I started playing in a friend's garage. You know, the day I met him, and then 2-3 years later we had a song on the radio. It was pretty mind blowing.
Absolutely crazy. It's I want to say that I didn't see it coming, but we pray enough that it probably should have happened.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about behind the scenes of the song.
I can tell you the behind the scenes. I can tell you how it started anyway. Dylan started writing music on his own, and I was focused with my band, trying to make our show as good as it could be, and run around with them guys. And Dylan was like, "Take a little break, dude. Let's go write a song." And he asked me to come to Nashville, and it just all kind of took off from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, when we got there, we didn't really have any idea what we were going to write about. We walked in, and they pretty well kind of had an idea of the way we see our hometowns, and
Sean goes, "Oh, what do you want to write about?" And he goes, "The way I see it, this."
Yep.
I remember him saying that clear as day.
Yep.
The way I see it, this.
And the next thing you know, we wrote on it. Actually, we wrote on it. We finished it. Me and him went back to the hotel, and after we got back to the hotel, there was a couple of parts where we actually sat down and wrote some more stuff to it.
Yeah.
And
we didn't feel comfortable with how it was. There were some lines in there we didn't actually relate to, and and it was my verse. The only one stop sign between here and town. That whole verse. We just sat down and wrote it, and
like 10 minutes. Had
Yeah.
that completely done. It was pretty cool.
yeah.
Is there any stories you guys would like to add in high school?
I don't want to share my high school stories.
I was a wild child, man.
Where do you guys attend college at?
I went to Ren Lake.
I went to OCC for like 14 days.
Decent.
So, talk about your time at college. I mean, it didn't really go very long.
Oh, yeah. I think I went to like 3 classes, and it was pretty weird. And that was pretty well the end of it for me.
Yeah, I was working at the sale barn at the time, so I went for ag production and management, and I hung out with all my buddies that, I don't know, we just ran around. And the thing I remember most about college, honestly, is going to McDonald's like every day, and we just like hang out there with our teacher, because our teacher was 2 years older than us, and he was super cool, and I don't know, we didn't do anything in college. Like, I learned nothing.
It wasn't nothing like Blue Mountain State said it would be.
No.
Talk a little about the big time artists you've met along the way.
I've met a lot of really good people. The one that really sticks out in my mind is Chris Jansen. Met him at Boondocks in Springfield, and we did a meet and greet and talked to him, and they were like, "Hey, you need to have Ben up to play." Like, my buddies went before me, and I was like, "I want to go by myself. You guys have been drinking. I want to talk to him, and because I just started playing music at the time, and he was like, "Why don't you get up and sing one with me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this ain't gonna happen." Well, almost all the way through the night, he pointed, he said, I need you up here. And I'm like, "Ooh, crap." So the only thing I could think to do when he grabbed me and put me on stage, I started twerking to get my nerves out. And it's on video if you want to watch it. But I got up there and we sang Buy Me a Boat, so it's pretty cool.
How about you, Dylan?
I've actually never been to a concert. The only concert I've actually technically been to was at Venue 720 and seen Drake White. He'd be the only one I've ever met. So,
Who are some of your biggest role models?
Dylan Wolfe and Taylor Nation.
my father for sure, 100%, and Benny Boy here.
Actually, mine's George Strait. That's if I'm looking at music industry, George Strait.
Music industry, Rob Thomas.
What made you two start writing together?
He wouldn't leave me alone. No, Dylan actually, he asked me to come write with him, so it's the way I see it is because Dylan asked that. So
Name some of your favorite places you've played.
this place pretty cool. Venue 720. We have, that's the thing with our venues we play. Every one of them treat us really, really good. Like I could literally sit and name 100 venues that have been more than fair to us.
And the crazy thing about that too is, like, I would say one of my favorite shows we've ever played was probably Bud's in Indiana. But there was 1,000 people there, and it was a 2-night gig, and it was insane, a different atmosphere. But we played over at the Xenia Tavern one night for 3 hours and probably sang an hour of it and joked around and had drinks and stuff like that for about 2 hours, and that was probably one of the more fun shows for me as well. So,
and I think that what people need to know with us, we have fun in those great big shows. We were supposed to play Heron Festa, and super excited. We were going to play open for Russell Dickerson and Walker Hayes. We were super cool with that, but we also love playing for 20 people crowds. But if you're hyping, you listen to us and you interact with us, it doesn't matter how big the crowd is. So every venue is good to us.
And what did you guys become interested in music?
I remember whenever I was younger, my dad bought me a drum set whenever I was really little, and originally I was a drummer, and I actually don't even say that. I'm not a drummer. I beat the crap out of drums. And my dad got me a guitar. My dad played in a band, so I guess, looking up to your dad, that's what you want to do, is you want to do what he did. So what about you?
my dad bought me an electric guitar when I was in like the 4th grade because he wanted me to learn Metallica.
I wish you could tell the full story on that guitar too. Papa Bear, that's a cool story.
But no, yeah, he wanted me to learn Metallica for him, and I ended up playing for like probably a year or so, and then I quit, and then kind of got back into it about 19, 20 years old.
What has music done to change each of your lives?
It completely changed it. Absolutely.
100%. I'm a better person, a way better person than I was. I sit back and I think about it, and it kind of upsets me that I was who I was when I was in high school, and so I'm forever grateful for it.
What advice would you give to the young musicians that are trying to make it up to the high level like you guys?
I love helping young musicians. That's one of my ultimates. One thing I can say is grab a guitar and play it, or grab a drums, or grab, it don't matter, saxophone. Write. Writing's the biggest thing, Yeah, you get paid to, me and Dylan have turned this into a living, but the writers, you sit at home and you write a good song, you sit at home and you get paid way more than we do for
Yeah, you don't even need to be a good singer to make it. You don't even need to be, if you're a good writer, you go a lot further than what a good singer would go.
Absolutely.
So,
What would be, as far as besides the music part, what's your current occupation?
I just play music.
I work for my dad.
Okay. Is there anything else as far as what you guys would like to add before I go on to my final question?
I think we should just probably thank the fans and thank everybody, and thank you for doing these interviews. And
Yeah, and just, there's countless times where people have bent over backwards to help us, and super selfless people who benefit from it none, and they just
absolutely none. Like when you
Yeah.
think about it, it's like, why'd you even do that? Like, are you just that good of a person? And they are. Like,
yeah,
the
paragraphs of messages to us and text messages. People who go out of the way to just be like to make you feel good. It's like they get nothing for that, and that's the kind of stuff that just keeps a fire under our butts. It keeps us going.
So finally, last question. What does it mean to you guys to have this big song on country radio playing all over locally?
It's a dream come true. I've made multiple posts. I don't know how to thank people enough. Like, how do you even thank somebody that's done, like, completely changed your life? Like, what do you say?
That's what I sit and think. That someone who, like, that goes back to what I just said a second ago. Just someone that driving down the road, like stopping what they're doing, making a phone call to play a song of ours to benefit us and to benefit them none. It's just like
Crazy.
It's crazy to think that we have that kind of support, and that kind of love from people all around us.
Whenever I'm done with this interview, guys, which I'm done in about 10 seconds, I will be posting the music video of the audio that I got on the radio, so you will be able to hear their voices and the new song that just came out. Dylan, Ben, thank you for your time, and good luck with you guys.
Thank you,
buddy.
man. Appreciate it.
Ben, what is the most frequently asked question by your fans?
They come up and they ask, how tall are you?
How tall are you?
6'3". They say that I look shorter in my pictures.
Right now, this one is definitely the hot song around here. Of course, we're talking about The Way I See It from Dylan Wolfe, Ben Nation, by request. Here we go on the KJ Country Cafe. Check it out.
There's nothing wrong with drinking after working all week. Happy hour in Boston's at the only place to eat. Population almost nothing. There's always time for loving. So let's get into something. What do you think?